Picture this. She's standing right in front of you, her body trembling with silent desire, sending out signals so obvious that it would be impossible to ignore if you knew what to look for. Most men miss these subtle, sexually charged cues. But what if you could decode her unspoken lust? What if you knew without a doubt that she was desperate for you, right then, right there? By the time this video ends, you'll never miss another chance to make her want you more than ever before. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn is something most men will never truly understand. Women don't always initiate intimacy the way men do. Instead of directly asking for it, they rely on a range of subconscious signals to communicate their deep, unspoken desires. Their bodies speak in whispers, in movements, in subtle shifts that only the most observant will ever catch. Let's start with one of the most powerful, yet misunderstood signs of attraction. Lips, the silent invitation. When a woman bites or licks her lips, it's not just a random habit, it's a subtle, powerful cue of her sexual arousal. Psychological studies on nonverbal communication confirm that lip biting is a well-documented behavior linked to nervous excitement and sexual tension. In the presence of attraction, her body reacts instinctively. Her lips swell slightly due to increased blood flow, and biting them is an unconscious attempt to relieve the tension surging through her. In that moment, her mind is likely overwhelmed with erotic thoughts she hesitates to voice. Lip biting also serves as a self-soothing action, a way to keep her desire in check while silently telling you that her thoughts have taken a decidedly sexual turn. If you catch her biting her lips while she's around you, rest assured, she's thinking about what it would feel like to have your lips on hers. Or perhaps even imagining your touch somewhere more intimate. But that's just the beginning. Touch, the warm invitation. Women express sexual interest through touch, a subtle but deeply revealing action. Research on physical affection shows that when a woman is aroused, she might not leap on you immediately, but her body craves connection. When she's feeling turned on, she will find excuses to touch you more often. Whether it's a casual brush of her hand on your thigh or a lingering stroke on your neck, psychologists note that these intimate touches, though small, are potent signals of sexual readiness. If her fingers are venturing into more provocative areas, like your inner thighs or lower back, she's testing the waters, gauging how you'll react. Her actions are driven by an increase in oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which spikes during moments of arousal, making her crave physical closeness. The more daring and intentional her touch, the more she's letting you know that she's waiting for you to take things to the next level. And then there's the way she moves. Hips, the ancient signal. A woman's hips have long been a universal symbol of fertility and sexual allure, and it's no coincidence. When a woman is aroused, she moves differently. Her hips take on a more pronounced sway. Her steps become more exaggerated. From an evolutionary standpoint, this swaying motion is a primal indicator of sexual availability, rooted in ancient mating rituals. Studies on body language reveal that these subtle changes in how a woman walks are driven by her increased awareness of her own body and how it's being perceived. She's literally putting her body on display, swaying her hips as an unconscious signal to draw your attention to her curves. This added rhythm, the slow, deliberate way she moves when she knows you're watching, is a clear sign that she's not just walking by aimlessly. She's showing off, almost inviting you to come closer and appreciate her body. If you're tuned into this signal, you'll notice her hips naturally become more fluid when she's sexually charged, as if every step is a dance meant to tempt you. But perhaps the most powerful signal of all lies in her eyes. Eyes, windows to her desire. If you've ever felt a woman's gaze linger just a bit too long, you've probably sensed her sexual interest without even realizing it. Research shows that the eyes are one of the most revealing indicators of arousal. When a woman is sexually attracted, her pupils dilate, an automatic reaction linked to the brain's release of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. The more aroused she becomes, the harder it is for her to stop herself from looking at you. Studies in interpersonal attraction reveal that prolonged eye contact, even if brief, can trigger sexual chemistry between two people. If she keeps locking eyes with you, even while trying to divert her gaze, it's a sign that her thoughts are wandering into erotic territory. Her pupils may dilate, her gaze may soften, or she might even flicker down to your lips or body. This constant back and forth glance is her way of maintaining control, while her mind fantasizes about what might come next. And stay tuned, because the secrets we reveal next will change everything you thought you knew about women, attraction, and desire. Most men operate under the assumption that words are the key to unlocking attraction. They focus on saying the right things, crafting the perfect pickup line, or maintaining the ideal conversational flow. But the truth is, desire is an unspoken language, one that has been evolving for millennia. Women, by nature, communicate attraction in a way that is often instinctual, almost subconscious. Their body speaks before their lips ever utter a word, and those who are attuned to this silent symphony hold the power to create undeniable chemistry. Imagine you're sitting across from a woman at a dimly lit cafe. You're engrossed in conversation, but beneath the words, there's something else happening. She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear, subtly exposing the delicate curve of her neck. Her fingers trace the rim of her glass absent-mindedly, as if mirroring the thought of touch. Her eyes linger a second longer than they should, her pupils slightly dilated, drinking you in. These are not random gestures. They are the echoes of ancient biology, signals woven into the very fabric of attraction. The way a woman moves, the way she positions herself in your presence, the way she reacts to your energy, these are the gateways to understanding her desire. When she leans in, it's an invitation. When she tilts her head slightly while you speak, it's a sign of deep engagement. When she mirrors your movements, however subtly, she is subconsciously aligning herself with you. These are the cues that separate those who fumble in the dark from those who command the room with effortless magnetism. But the dance of attraction doesn't stop at simple gestures. Women communicate desire in ways that are almost imperceptible to the untrained eye. A slight shift in vocal tonality, a softening of her gaze, an exhale that comes just a fraction slower than normal. These micro-expressions betray what words conceal. The key is awareness. Those who master the art of observation can sense the moment when tension shifts, when interest deepens, when the unseen currents of chemistry spark to life. Yet there is a fundamental mistake that many men make: hesitation. The moment when attraction is at its peak is fleeting. Women do not want to spell out their interest explicitly. The game is in the subtext, in the charge of uncertainty, in the delicious space between knowing and guessing. When she signals, she expects you to recognize, to act, to lead. A lingering pause, a playful tease, a confident touch that escalates gradually. These are the marks of a man who understands attraction at its core. Confidence, after all, is the currency of desire. But true confidence is not just about how you carry yourself. It's about how well you read the moment. It's about knowing when to hold eye contact just long enough for it to become electrifying. It's about understanding when a woman's laughter is genuine, when her smile is inviting, when her body is responding in ways her words do not yet reveal. The most magnetic men are those who are not just speaking, but listening, not just acting, but sensing. And attraction, at its most powerful, is not just physical, it's psychological. Women are drawn to men who make them feel something, who stir their emotions, who awaken a sense of excitement and anticipation, a conversation that sparks curiosity, a look that hints at something deeper, a presence that exudes a quiet, unshakable confidence. These create the kind of attraction that lingers long after the interaction is over. The art of seduction is the art of engagement, of weaving a story in which she becomes lost, of making her feel like the center of the universe in your presence. But the most seductive men understand one final truth. Attraction is not about seeking approval. The moment you look for validation, the moment you try to impress, you have lost the game. Women are drawn to those who are secure within themselves, who do not need to convince anyone of their worth. True attraction is built on energy, on the push and pull of mystery and clarity, on the tension of what is said and what is left unsaid. It is the way you carry yourself when you enter a room, the way you command attention without demanding it, the way you make her feel seen and desired without chasing her approval. So the next time you find yourself in the presence of a woman, pay attention. Look beyond her words. Watch the way she moves. Listen to the cadence of her voice. Feel the energy that lingers between you. Because when you understand this language, the unspoken, the subtle, the primal, you will never again find yourself questioning where you stand. You will move with certainty, with presence, with a deep knowing that attraction is not something you chase, it's something you create. And that is the secret few ever come to understand. Thank you for watching Stoic Venture. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights that will change the way you see attraction, psychology, and human connection forever.